a great question from Charlie Thrower, big podcast fan. He says Walter slash Gunther has yet to have a bad match during his time under the WWE umbrella. Mr. Regal, in your opinion, what makes him so special?
Because he knows what he is and he sticks to what he does best, and he doesn't expose anything that he doesn't know what, he knows exactly what to do that's got him to where he got to. And he's he had a long time to figure it out. I remember having him on a tryout, and he hadn't figured himself out at the time. Once he figured out Walter, once he figured out Walter and now Gunther, he is the perfect heavyweight lion. A person who was a huge influence in my wrestling style and in helping me was my favorite wrestler to wrestle, and I've mentioned his name on here before, called Terry Rudge. Terry Rudge taught me in my early 20s a lot of things about the way I wrestled and the way he thought he had ideas about how wrestling should be. And he said, because in Britain that's another thing that's been a great thing for me. I'm not of a mentality of size. I grew up in England, and the wrestling I saw, there was lightweight division, middleweight division, heavy middleweight division, light heavyweight division, heavyweight division. All the divisions had a British champion, a European champion, and a world champion. And so it was normal for me on any card, or any time you watch a British TV, the wrestling world, what's considered world of sport now, to see variations that people think there's a British style. There's certain things that overlap in each weight class, but there is different styles and a different sort of flavor to it. And Terry taught me that all wrestlers should wrestle like a big cat. Lightweight should be like a cheetah. Middleweight should be like a puma. Heavy middleweights and light heavyweights should be like a tiger or a panther. And heavyweights should wrestle like either a lion or a tiger or a cross between the two. And if you think of the way a wrestler moves and the way it attacks and the way if you're a good wrestler, it makes perfect sense, because they're an agile animal that's ferocious and moves and strikes, but they move at different speeds and and a lot of wrestling movement is actually what cats do. I mean, I still do Hindu push-ups, which are like when you see a cat stretching and stretch through, which is what a cat will do all day long. And that's part of my training. It's part of wrestlers training for 2,000 years. Well, I grew up wanting to be a junior heavyweight, but I didn't have a lot of skill. What I did, and I grew too big, and I ended up being a heavyweight, but I could move around, a bit, depending on my health and different things. I could either be a good lion, or I could be a cross between a tiger and a lion, or just a tiger on certain days when I was really going at it, and with whatever opponent. Well, Gunther, as you say, has perfected being a perfect lion. He knows exactly how to be a lion.
Wow.
A heavyweight lion. And that's how he doesn't go out of it. You think about the way a lion is. It'll just stalk, just prowl up and down. It'll swat if it has to. When it has to sprint, it sprints and it kills. And if you look at him like that, you go,
Uh,
he's figured out, he's perfect, got how to be the perfect life. And that's what a really good heavyweight should be.
that's a great answer, and we can all see it now.